Hey everybody! Today we're going over the top 10 plants that eat animals. Be sure to watch till the end of the video. We don't think of plants as predatory creatures, but the top 10 plants that eat animals will freak you out because their diets include little critters who unknowingly get trapped. It's the perfect disguise because they blend in with the forest and hide among the trees and bushes. If you weren't afraid of plants already, the top 10 plants that eat animals surely will make you afraid. As we meet these freaky plant life, don't try to pick these flowers because you might just lose a finger. Let's go right into the top 10 plants that eat animals. Number 10. Venus flytrap. The famous Venus flytrap should not be a stranger to anyone. In popular media, it is usually the plant you are most likely to see than any other predatory plant. The Venus flytrap works by using little hairs called trigger hairs, which bugs and spiders activate when they crawl on the plant's mouth. On both sides of its mouth are teeth that come together, sort of like your fingers when you lock them together. This traps the poor victim, and the mouth of the Venus flytrap turns into a stomach as it digests, where it can be up to 10 days to complete. What a cruel and boring way to go. The Venus flytrap also knows how to tell the difference between wind and dust from its prey to save its energy for mealtime. It has been said that the Venus flytrap and other meat-eating plants evolved to eat animals because they were getting poor nutrients from the soil. So they went with the next best thing, and now they eat bugs and small animals. You would expect a plant like this to be in faraway forests, but it is a native plant of the Carolina wetlands in the United States. It is currently considered an endangered species. Number 9. Butterwort. This weirdly named plant is named after its leaves, which look and feel like they have been dipped in butter. Butterwort uses its sticky leaves to trap instead of using a mouth, so it's a natural flypaper. They are all over the place, including 80 different species found in North America, Europe, Northern Asia, and littered throughout Central and South America. Being a plant that uses tricks, it forms what looks like water droplets that attracts insects that think they'll score some sweet water, but soon realize that it was a clever trick that turned them into the butterwort's next meal. Again, the plant then releases its digestive juices and leaves the skeleton of the unfortunate bug. Struggling against the butterwort makes it easier for digestion to occur, so any resistance makes for a quick snack. You may even consider putting this plant in your own garden to keep away bugs. Or if you have a fly problem inside the house, plant one indoors and you've got yourself a natural fly killer. Remember, these plants evolved from soil with low nutritional value, so make sure you get the correct type of soil if you want it to grow. Number 8. Cobra Lily. The cobra lily isn't just a plant that eats animals. It most definitely looks like one, the cobra. Its intimidating shape may put you off at first, what with the cobra stance and leafy fangs, but worry not, as the cobra lily only eats insects. This plant is also a big trickster that uses sweet nectar to attract insects. Their leafy fangs offer the insect the nectar, which they then use to go inside the pitcher-shaped trap. The cobra lily tricks the insect further with a fake exit with light coming through. Since insects are attracted to light, they will go toward, and the chamber inside squeezes and narrows the only way out. Not to mention, little tiny hairs on the wall of the chamber prevent the insect from getting out. We can observe the cobra lily in its native lands in Northern California and Southern Oregon. Because the environment for the cobra lily to thrive demands hot temperatures and frigid water, people wanting to keep this unique plant for themselves will find it hard to create the environment at home. Besides, they're protected from being picked off, so don't expect to have one in your garden. Number 7. Tropical pitcher plant. Tropical pitcher plant looks like pitchers, obviously, and makes a perfect shape for trapping its prey. Some have even called it monkey cups, though it isn't certain monkeys actually use these to drink. Sometimes the pitchers can be bigger than a football. The pitcher plant is a native to the lands of Australia, Madagascar, Papua New Guinea, Southeast Asia, and Sri Lanka. The pitcher plant relies on nitrogen, and it gets plenty of it from eating insects and collecting mammal droppings. Yes, they get these droppings from rats, tree shrews, and bats, who also use the pitchers as little shelters and to snack on its nectar. They lick the nectar up and go right in the pitcher. The tropical pitcher also catches leaves that fall into it to get more nitrogen. The pitcher doesn't really attract bugs as much as it just sits and waits for something to fall in. When something does fall in, the top is sealed with a lid that has teeth and is slippery. Once trapped, the plant produces a sticky acid that begins to digest the trapped prey. The pitcher is really like a stomach. Some species of this plant have been known to eat rats and other small mammals like lizards. Though beautiful and unique, pitchers are a quiet and patient foe. Number 6. Portuguese Sundew. Hailing from Portugal, these Portuguese Sundew with its bright yellow flowers is different because it grows in drier environments when typical sundews prefer wet places. The sundew can also be found in Spain and Morocco. This plant uses sticky liquid to trap its prey like most animal-eating plants, but it secretes it everywhere from the stem to its leaves. Like most of these plants, it gives off a sweet smell to attract insects. They're tricked by the smell and caught in the sticky hair trap find themselves gasping for air but eventually die trying to breathe or from the exhaustion of escaping. The sticky hairs, when seen up close, make it seem like water droplets are coming out of them, which defy gravity. When the insect is ready to eat, the sundew releases its digestive juices. The number of this species are getting lower due to destruction of habitat and fans of animal-eating plants picking them out of the environment. It would be cool to own a plant of this type, but not cool enough to drive to extinction. And also, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to slap a like on the video and subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. Number 5. Waterwheel Plant. The waterwheel plant is an underwater plant that is closely related to the Venus flytrap. It is said to be a Venus flytrap that lives in the water with smaller traps. They float just below the surface of water and have no roots holding them down. They trap prey with a snapping mouth surrounded by long hairs and eat many water creatures, but they prefer to eat mosquito eggs. Their native lands are in Europe, Africa, Asia, and Australia, quite a far way from its brother. The species is endangered with only 50 confirmed populations worldwide. Hobbyists keep waterwheel plants at home, but growing one in your garden is a challenge because of many factors such as how to hold them down, where to put them in, other plants to help them grow, algae, and a steady supply of food. Number 4. Rakinia Reducta. This plant can be found in Venezuela, Brazil, Colombia, and Guyana. It has a distinct pitcher shape and shoots up from the ground. The leaves reflect ultraviolet light from the sun to attract insects and emits a sweet scent. The inside surface of the pitcher is covered in loose scales that prove dangerous to the lured insect. It lands on these scales and slips right into the opening where it drowns. For a while, botanists have argued that the plant wasn't truly carnivorous or meat-eating because they could not find the digestive juices, but that was settled in 2005 when they found the juices and some bacteria. One species of this plant even helps ants by giving them shelter and gets repaid with food when the ants die over time and leave the bodies. Number 3. Corkscrew Plant. The corkscrew plant is a unique entry here because instead of eating insects or small mammals, it feeds on microscopic organisms called protists. Charles Darwin suggested this plant was animal-eating, but it was not until 1998 that it was proven. This plant makes its home in Africa and Central and South America. They are also technically considered herbs and have no roots, though the traps they use for prey acts as roots, which holds them down to the ground, absorb water, and look like roots. This also means they look underground for their food rather than on the surface like every plant we've gone over. The underground leaves form a Y, which are hollow inside and filled with traps. Though it preys on microscopic animals not seen with the eye alone, it still makes for a deadly creature, despite its innocent appearance. Number 2. Rauradulla. This plant may seem like it's just another version of the Portuguese Sundew, but it does much more than eat its prey. Found in South Africa, the rauradulla does indeed trap insects, but uses a resin instead of a liquid. Think of it like tree sap that got on your hands. Because the resin doesn't have the digestive juice like the sticky goop the sundew has, it cannot normally digest its prey. However, one insect that cannot get trapped by rauradulla, Pamaridia, with thick grease covering, helps the plants get its nutrients. How? Well, Pamaridia eats the trapped insects, then poops on the plant, and the plant absorbs the nitrogen from that poop. In a weird you-scratch-my-back situation, the plant is able to get the nutrients it needs while providing food for another insect. However, this relationship can be predatory if the insect helping it out has a short food supply and decides to eat rauradulla instead. Number 1. Trophaophylum. This plant has a 3-stage life cycle. It first starts off life with very long leaves, then starts to flower after a certain point. It happens often, though not always, that one flower it produces is carnivorous. The flowers can have leaves up to 165 feet, making it the largest of all carnivorous plants. The plant was not known to eat animals until 51 years after its discovery, and even so, it is not a carnivore for most of its life. Just like the others, it has a sticky substance covered on the flower to trap insects and other animals. In the last stage, it will climb up high trees and create hooked vines. You would find this plant in West Africa or in some exclusive botanist greenhouses, which are exotic and very sought after. Thanks for watching! If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell to never miss a video from us. Check out this playlist of our videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care!